Economic growth is not constant. There are periods of growth and periods of recession. In the long run, prices are flexible and can respond to changes in demand or supply, but in the short term, many prices are sticky at some predetermined level. The model of economic fluctuations takes into account the stickiness of prices in the short run. The failure of prices to adjust quickly and completely to changes in the money supply means that in the short run, real variables such as output and employment must do some adjusting instead. We are going to use the aggregate demand and aggregate supply to explain this model. The aggregate demand is a relationship between the quantity of output demanded and the aggregate price level. We use the quantity theory of money to provide a simple derivation of the aggregate demand curve. The given equation states that the supply of real money balances, M over P, equals the demand for real money balances, and that the demand is proportional to the output. The assumption of a constant velocity, 1 over K, is equivalent to the assumption of a constant demand for real money balances per output. This graph shows the relationship between the price level and the output when money supply, decided by the central bank, and the velocity are held constant. This inverse relationship between velocity and output is due to the fact that each transaction requires a higher amount of money, so the number of transactions, and thus the quantity of goods and services purchased, falls. Shifts in the aggregate demand curve occur when there are changes in the supply of money. The aggregate supply is the relationship between the quantity of goods and services supplied and the price level. It is needed to accompany the aggregate demand curve to pin down the economy's price level and quantity of output. There are two curves for the aggregate supply, one for the long run and one for the short run. It derives from the classical model. The amount of output depends on the fixed amounts of factors of production. According to this model, output does not depend on the price level. We draw a vertical aggregate supply curve. A fall in aggregate demand lowers the price level in the long run, but leaves the output level the same. The classical model does not apply in the short term. Here we assume price stickiness due to the high costs for companies to change prices in the short run. Because the price level is fixed when we have a horizontal aggregate supply curve. A decrease in demand, as prices do not change, will drive to a decrease in output. As firms cannot adjust prices in the short run to enhance consumption, they are stuck with high prices, so less units of goods and services are produced. Firms decide to reduce production and workers are laid off. The economy experiences a recession. Over long periods of time, prices are flexible, and changes in aggregate demand affect the price level but not output. Over short periods of time, prices are sticky, and changes in aggregate demand do affect the economy's output of goods and services. So how does the economy make that transition between the short and the long run? When the long run aggregate supply curve crosses the aggregate demand curve, prices have adjusted to reach the long run equilibrium. The short run aggregate supply curve must cross this point as well. And the change in money supply will in the short run make output and employment fall below their natural levels, so therefore we are in a recession. And in the long run, prices and wages will fall and the point C will become the new long run equilibrium point. Output and employment are back to their natural levels, but prices are lower than in the previous long run equilibrium.